And Her Holiness Sai Maa just completed a full week with almost 90 participants with a sacred tour in Egypt. And we are about to start tonight, after this call, another group of 90 people. And this is such a unique time, a precious time that Ma is activating for all of us and be together. And Ma is activating all these energies for all of us. So it's really, really more than a call, more than a discourse. And very, very soon, Ma will join all of us and we'll share about those energies that Ma is activating and that they are available and not limited for only the person who are here. So you can just tap in and receive all of them. So I invite you just to take a deep, conscious breath all together into your heart and sigh. Ah. And another one. Ah. And just welcome the presence of Sai Maa. Just be ready for Her Holiness Sai Maa to join us from Egypt, from Cairo here. Mm. You may close your eyes and just feel everything that is available for all of us right now in this moment and tapped in the Shakti. And slowly you may open your eyes and welcome Her Holiness Sai Maa.
Auntie Simon,
Mm.
how wonderful to share the energy of Egypt with all of you around the world. My deep, deep love to you. The light is bright, the consciousness is high, the beauty of the new you, the new human, the new planet, and most of all, the new consciousness. When our consciousness shifts, the world looks different. The environment feels different. We feel different. It's quite magical to be here these days between the night in the Pyramid of Giza, Isis Temple. The list is long. The beauties that we are all living together in the same one place. I enjoy being on the cruise with everybody. We chant, we meditate, we laugh, we cry a little. And I'm in my elements. You all know how I bring Sekhmet to you. Just imagine that I walk through the temples and enter the Temple of Sekhmet. Prepare all the energy for the growth. And only when everything is fully activated that I will leave. And then they all come to that tiny, tiny little room where Sekhmet is fully empowered, and then empower each one, balance their energies, brighten their consciousness, take them into that great healing place. And then I take them to another chamber called the Chamber of Ascension, where all the portals are so powerful, and I open everything, open each one of them. It's fantastic. It's magical. It's phenomenal. Consciousness is the key. Everything is in consciousness. Everything. And I invite you to tap into the energy as much as you can, and then lay down. Allow your DNA to remember who you are. Allow the DNA, your DNA, to be in connection here with our DNA, with my DNA, and allow the release of all the energy that is within you to come to surface, to be revealed to you. Your Akash will shift. Of course, those who are here physically with me, their Akash have already shifted. Their DNA has already shifted, and those who are here has been prepared since a few days ago, and mostly last night when they arrived, and preparing everything. Together with this, there is Navaratri. So it's my delight to activate the Navaratri energy within each and every one who are here present physically a little bit more intensely, and those who are around the world. I also would like to bring to your awareness the magnificent energy of the Queen and King valleys. What do I mean by this? The harmony of the kings honoring their queens. This is not something we see nowadays in this late Kali Yuga time. Even though those who've been working with me for the last 3-4 years have heard me speak of balance, of harmony. You all have heard, who've come to India, and some have even been to the Taj Mahal, how much when the wife of the Taj Mahal creator created the Taj Mahal for his beloved wife, just imagine how the kings of ancient Egypt honored their wives, their queen. In the beauty of the ancient Egypt, we see, we hear, we experience, we enjoy to see how much of the divine feminine, how many queens, how many wives initiated their king, their beloved, their lover, through the Shakti, through the power of the divine feminine. And to be able to activate for each one who walked this path with me this last week and the coming week and the week after, for me to balance their energy and to see them change physically, it's such a nourishment. it feeds me, it juices me to see that when they walk the path of both the queens and the kings, and to see this harmony manifested in their being, and to see them so joyous because they are going beyond space and time, is such a phenomenal transformation. And we bond. The beauty of traveling together, being together, we all bond with each other. And the balance, again, I come to the balance, because here, being together, living together in the same, we live on the cruise together in the same hotel. I start to activate the museum for them, and I wait until the last person, and I see the bus start to leave. I sit on the other side of the museum, and then I close the portal that I create. It's beautiful. It's so gloriously beautiful to watch this magnificence of each and every one to start to be revealed. It's a glorious moment for me. And I would like also to speak about the wisdom of the shadow in each human. As I say, on this planet, there's only two energies: the love and the fear. The fear is where all the shadows. Stop escaping these shadows, stop suppressing them, stop denying them, because in these shadows is your light. I've been covered just like an onion, just like an onion. Allow me to peel this. I'm not saying it's easy, mostly when you're not with me physically. I'm not saying it's easy. Nevertheless, the light is also in that shadow. So while I'm peeling the layers, one after the other, I know you are devoted. Just surrender. Give yourself permission to welcome your light through the shadow. There's nothing wrong with you. These layers of shadows are simply the environment since you were conceived. And probably beyond that conception, from other expression of life. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to hold you. Like last night, I gave a session to those who have not been with me ever in this program. Those who have been with me, they have a little bit of it. But just imagine all the goddesses, the new human, the transition, the calibration, the recalibration of different level of consciousness with all the gang, because the night before there was a big celebration. And I was supposed even to be with the participant, but I could not come back in the body. I was with all the Egyptian gang, and mostly Serapis Bey, who was so happy to see me. He's telling me he's still happy to see me now. So it was not was, it is. And what I did, the vortex that we've been creating, I took the whole vortex with me with my Egyptian gangs, and they were so delighted. And I also brought the guides of other expression of life to them on this evening and this night. Just magical. So the session that I gifted to each and every one last night, just out of this reality from of the, you know, that we all know we walk into, just magical, so magical. So together with this, Navaratri, Durga, Hathor, Lakshmi, Saraswati Mata, all Kali Mata in her sweetness, Kali Mata in her sweetness. When you look at Kali Mata, you look at Sekhmet. Is there a difference? No. The power of life, Mary Magdalena. What is the common thread between these 3 or 4 or 5 tears? Is you may notice with Mary Magdalena a skull. You may notice with Kalimata a necklace of skull. What does that represent? It represents the limited mind. It represents, excuse me, it represents the limited mind, the puny little thoughts that comes from everywhere and enter you and think you. When you surrender the mind to the masters, to the goddess. Look at Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna prayed to Mata Kali and he lives in ecstasy in his enlightenment. Maybe we could chant that sometime on the cruise this week. It's so beautiful when we can surrender, when our small heart, the human heart, explode in devotion and merge with Isis, with Sekhmet, with Durga, with all the deities, the divine feminine, and who's coming here now more and more on the planet, because the planet is shifting. I can guarantee this tonight. What we knew simple a year ago as darkness, the light is coming and taking over. Step into the field, this one field where everything is. And Serapis Bey is saying to you, welcome the gem of life. And he's saying, on the crown of this beloved that you love so much, meaning this one, there's a crown of gems. Be a gem. This Serapis Bey has been with me and I've been with him for centuries. We have activated and created, mostly after he designed these ancient temples, we were present to activate the energies. In Egypt, you can find Atlantis, Lemuria, healing powers to serve you. Honoring the divine feminine within you, honoring the divine masculine within you. It is your time now to honor yourself as the masculine divine, as the feminine divine, and bring both into balance, to that equilibrium of who you are. Allow both hemispheres of your brain to step into this balance, which will help us in our program in Brussels with the health span and darshan. Darshan that you received a year ago will be very different because the consciousness is moving faster. Every darshan has its own specificity, its own attributes. Now, with the new consciousness on the planet, with the new energy in Japan, it's magical to see the new consciousness coming to you. Enjoy your light. Welcome your light. Be devoted to your light. Loyalty to your light. That's the greatness of you. You have the power. You have all the attributes to be that. You are the most sophisticated creation on planet Earth. And you can go even further. Global awakening. Be part of the global awakening. Be part of the global enlightenment. The ascension of consciousness and the ascension of matter. For those who are coming to Egypt, when you will step into the activation of this portal of ascension, it's amazing what you will feel in your DNA, in your cells, in your molecules, in your atom. It's amazing. Your DNA will release the divinity within you faster than I have ever seen. I saw that in the group this week. And now preparing for the next group coming. So lovely to be with you. I wish you all the best. I welcome you in my heart again and again in your ascension consciousness, in the beauty of you, in the elegance of your inner knowledge, the new you, the becoming of you, the beingness of you. You are so precious. You are so divine. Step in your loyalty to your magnificent soul. This soul has been with you since you decided to have this experience. The dolphin consciousness, the whales, enjoy who you are as a light. When the Pleiadians came to initiate you to that state of enlightenment, that state of divinity, that bliss, that ecstasy of being divine, you accepted to be that now. And one day it will be your time, your phase to initiate other planets, other energies to become like you and like what Venus has become. One day you will initiate others with deep, deep love, with higher consciousness, with the brighter and lighter you. Welcome, and see you in Japan, see you in Brussels, and see you in the cosmos. Come and dance in the cosmos with me. And you can see the pyramid behind. You'll see more. We will share. Om Chiti Sai Maa, Om Chiti Sai Maa, Om Chiti Sai Maa in my Egyptian ancient paradigm. Glorious light, glorious consciousness of immortality and transmutation of matter into light. Blessings. Om Chiti Sai.
Om JJ Sai Ma, everyone. What a glorious blessing to be here in Egypt with Her Holiness Sai Maa. Just look at the pyramid right here. This is not one of those Zoom backdrops. This is the pyramid right here. You can see the sun is setting. The on-site team are preparing for the orientation for week 2. And wherever you are in the world, I really invite you to tap into what's happening here from the last week into the next week, into the next week, and find a way to be physically with Ma this year so you can receive these energies, whether you're coming to Japan for the Spirit Healing Weekend or Brussels or Denver for the Health Span. It is too precious, the energies Ma is bringing to this dimension. Let's absorb them, be with them, allow them into our lives and transform ourselves and our world. And I want to share with you, as Ma has been going to each of the temples, including the inner sanctum of the Isis temple, just as the sun was rising. Right there, there's this pillar of stone, and Ma brought these crystals. Can you all see this? This is a bag of these very special crystals that Ma would carry to each one of these and activate and utilize. Even just looking at them now, I invite you to kind of breathe in with your eyes and feel the power and the energy of these extraordinary crystals. And all of this work for you, for us. So I invite you not to waste a moment of our incarnation at the same time as Sai Maa, the same time as Ma. So I invite us to take a deep breath and hold that breath. Exhale. One more deep breath, and this time roll the eyes up between the eyebrows. Exhaling, and just open. Open to receive these waves of light, these waves of consciousness. We'll be moving now into closing the global address for today. I invite you simply to sit in stillness and silence for a few minutes, allowing these waves of light and consciousness to enter into your field, into your DNA, into your chakras, into your subtle bodies, into your brain, for your own development of consciousness. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining this global address with Her Holiness Sai Maa, with deep love and deep gratitude. Live from Egypt, Om JJ Sai Maa.